This is an election year, and the governor's race is right around the corner. So just kind of as a final closing question, do you consider your track record on the environment, if I'm a voter and the environment is one of my top issues, do you consider your track record to be more friendly to the environment and human health than your opponent?
Well, again, I at least have a track record, and I don't know about my opponent. You'll have to talk to him about his track record, but you can see what I've done. I believe that, one, we should be good stewards of the earth. Regardless of the global warming, climate change debate out there, which is fraught with emotion on all sides of the issue, it doesn't matter to me. I don't need a boogeyman to make me say we need to clean up the air, we need to protect our critical lands, we need to make sure that our water is not polluted, we need to protect the flora and fauna of what makes Utah beautiful and our country great. So again, I think the motivation is as all of us ought to take good care of our homes, keep them clean. Secondly, understanding that we need to in fact bring people together that have different points of view. I'm the one who brought in the chief environmentalist in the state, Ted Wilson, who chairs my Balanced Resource Council. We're bringing people together from Democrat, Republican, the developer side, the environmental side, and bringing people together and seeing if we can't reason together and quit this fighting that goes on that's not productive and doesn't help, and see if we can't come together and find solutions to the issues that face Utah uniquely. And that's been enabled us to, in fact, bring ultra-conservatives like Representative Mike Noel down in Kane and Kanab County to the table with Pat Shea, a former BLM director in the Clinton administration, and sit down together and say, let us reason together for the good of the whole of Utah. That's a significant step forward. And what that's brought to us is now, if you noticed here just a couple of weeks ago, for the first time probably in a generation, we had the Secretary of Interior, Ken Salazar, here. Now, in a public meeting, that's remarkable, saying, I like what I see in Utah. And as he left, he mentioned to the public, he mentioned to the press, and he mentioned to us personally that what Utah is doing is a model for how it ought to be done around the country. He says, Gary, I applaud you. And he told his people, I know this is a red state, this is a Republican state, but other states ought to be following Governor Herbert and Utah's example as how they address environmental issues. So I think we're bringing a balanced, common sense approach here that everybody can find reason to support. And whether it's the environmentalist community out there that are concerned about protecting our environment, whether the developers saying, hey, you know what, we ought to have the right to develop in a responsible way, we're bringing people together. And we're doing it with a common sense application of current laws and seeing if we can't, in fact, tone down some of the rhetoric just a bit and find solutions that all of us can embrace. So I think my record is very supportable and defendable, and I think should be appreciated by all people out there, no matter where you find yourself. You call yourself an environmentalist, developer, you ought to be supporting Gary Herbert.
Well, thank you for speaking with us today, Governor Herbert. We really appreciate you taking the time.
You bet. Thank you.